Chapter 11-12. Gods Fighting Mortal Suffering. The Abyss Dragon Demon, originally over 1,000 meters tall, rapidly grew in size, quickly reaching 5,000 meters. Along with the change in size, its aura also grew stronger, pushing away the laws of the great world. As its body grew larger, its strength multiplied, immediately suppressing the Skeleton King. The Abyss Dragon Demon appeared incredibly powerful, much stronger than before. But Lin Moyu knew that this was not the case. He sensed the aura of the primordial rune from the Abyss Dragon Demon, knowing that it had activated a spell derived from the primordial rune. The spell transformed from the primordial rune was powerful enough to change the course of the battle. However, the primordial rune also had a drawback. Its duration was very short. In Lin Moyu's perception, the Abyss Dragon Demon's aura began to rapidly decline after reaching its peak. Every second, it weakened significantly. At this rate, in at most 1 minute, the Abyss Dragon Demon would revert to its original state, possibly even weaker than before. As long as he could hold out for this 1 minute, not only would he be fine, but he could also easily kill the Abyss Dragon Demon. 1 minute was not long. Even if he died a few times and used his talent to revive, it wouldn't be hard to endure for 1 minute. The Skeleton King wasn't just for show, and even if the undead army couldn't win, they could still hold out for a while. Lin Moyu was not worried at all, his eyes showing no fear. His gaze greatly displeased the Abyss Dragon Demon.
I really don't like your eyes.
Lin Moyu said calmly.
If you don't like them, gouge out your own eyes and don't look. If I eat you, I won't have to see them anymore.
The Abyss Dragon Demon roared, its massive body sweeping through the starry sky like a whip, sending the Skeleton King flying. With its increased strength, the Skeleton King could no longer hold it back. After dealing with the Skeleton King, it charged at Lin Moyu with a sinister smile. Lin Moyu remained calm, his undead wings flapping as he flew out hundreds of kilometers. Due to the dual space confinement, Lin Moyu's speed was greatly reduced. Even with the light speed law aura, his speed did not exceed 100 kilometers per second. In the starry sky, this speed was like a snail's pace. The Abyss Dragon Demon was also affected by the space-fixing bead, but its speed was still much faster than Lin Moyu's. Lin Moyu quickly retreated, while the Skeleton God Generals and Death Dragon Knights charged forward recklessly, trying to stop the Abyss Dragon Demon. Of course, they couldn't stop it. Lin Moyu just needed them to buy time, even if it was just 0.1 seconds. The Abyss Dragon Demon roared in fury, filled with killing intent, chasing after Lin Moyu. It was very fast, catching up in the blink of an eye, and bit down. But at the last moment, Lin Moyu changed direction, and a large number of Lich Generals appeared around him. The Lich Generals became Lin Moyu's scapegoats, being bitten to death by the Abyss Dragon Demon.
You can't escape.
The Abyss Dragon Demon roared, sucking in fiercely towards Lin Moyu. Lin Moyu felt a tremendous force acting on him, pulling his body uncontrollably towards the Abyss Dragon Demon. At this moment, the Skeleton King returned, slashing at the Abyss Dragon Demon's jaw with a divine strike. The Abyss Dragon Demon let out a cry of pain, and although the suction wasn't interrupted, it weakened for a moment. Lin Moyu seized this moment, raising his hand and pointing fiercely. Stellar level spell. Soul burn. Stellar level spell. Soul curse. Stellar level spell. Soul poison. The triple soul attack caused significant soul damage, making the Abyss Dragon Demon scream again. Finally, the suction was interrupted. Lin Moyu's undead wings flapped, breaking the soul lock and flying out hundreds of kilometers again. This time, Lin Moyu didn't use the time curse, even though it was more powerful because he had concerns. He had to fight, but he couldn't fight recklessly. He had to be cautious. The Abyss Dragon Demon was just an avatar. Behind it was an unknown demon. Moreover, this demon possessed the primordial rune. So Lin Moyu didn't use the spells Strong Soldier and Gathering Power derived from the primordial rune, nor did he use the time curse. He didn't want the enemy to know he possessed the primordial rune, nor did he want them to know his spells were related to the time law. Either one could easily attract the enemy's covetousness. being targeted by a powerful being who might surpass the divine sovereign, especially a demon with a deep blood feud with the human race. Lin Moyu wouldn't be so foolish. Now he just needed to buy time until the spell's duration ended, and the Abyss Dragon Demon would revert to its original state. Once the Great World's laws fully suppressed it, it would be its death.
45 seconds left.
15 seconds had already passed, leaving 45 seconds. Lin Moyu sensed the Abyss Dragon Demon's aura weakening further. The Abyss Dragon Demon also knew its situation. Its eyes filled with rage.
You want to buy time? Impossible. Source fire burning heaven.
With a roar, the deep abyss fire burned fiercely, turning the starry sky within 100,000 kilometers into a sea of fire. The so-called source fire of the abyss was incredibly powerful. The skeleton god generals were burned to death in the flames. With the skeleton god generals dead, the various strong ones, already on the brink of death, finally had a chance to breathe. But the next second, they realized that the abyss fire was even more terrifying. Amidst the screams, 2 more were burned to death. The strong ones from various races were in despair, feeling like they had just escaped the tiger's den only to fall into the wolf's lair. It seemed they were destined to die, their luck at its worst. As they were burned to death, Lin Moyu sensed the Abyss Dragon Demon's aura growing stronger again.
Killing can extend the spell's duration.
Lin Moyu thought of one of the characteristics of the primordial rune spells. Killing could extend the spell's duration. Lin Moyu stood in the sea of fire, enduring its damage. This time, the area attack was too large, and Lin Moyu had no choice. But the most troublesome issue now wasn't the abyss fire. It would take a long time to burn him to death. The problem was that he couldn't let the Abyss Dragon Demon kill anyone else.
If I can't let it kill, then I'll do the killing.
Lin Moyu steeled himself and charged at the strong ones from various races with all his might. The Skeleton King also charged at the Abyss Dragon Demon again, trying to stop it from interfering with Lin Moyu's killing. Boom! In the explosion, a strong one who was about to be consumed by the fire was killed by Lin Moyu using corpse explosion. Lin Moyu had collected many corpses, all of them from 9th stage true gods. Using corpse explosion could kill strong ones of the same level. Even a suppressed divine king could be severely injured by it. Boom! Another loud explosion, and Lin Moyu killed another. As long as Lin Moyu killed them, the Abyss Dragon Demon couldn't gain any benefit. The Abyss Dragon Demon finally realized.
How does he know?
Killing to extend the spell's duration was a characteristic of the primordial rune spells. It didn't know if Lin Moyu had discovered this by accident, or if he already knew. If he already knew, it would mean Lin Moyu also possessed the primordial rune. Despite its meticulous planning, Lin Moyu's possession of the primordial rune had already been guessed and targeted. Now, he just focused on killing, ignoring everything else. The Abyss Fire burned even more fiercely, and the Abyss Dragon Demon ignored Lin Moyu, attacking others instead. Both sides began competing to kill. When gods fight, mortals suffer. 1113, 1113. Chapter 1113. It seems I have no choice but to use it. The strong ones from the remaining races faced death with despair. When Lin Moyu and the Abyss Dragon Demon aimed their attacks at them, it was equivalent to a death sentence. Initially, there were 18 people, but after several died, only a little over 10 remained. In the blink of an eye, they were all dead. Among them, Lin Moyu claimed most of the kills, with the Abyss Dragon Demon only managing to kill 3. After all, besides himself, Lin Moyu had the Skeleton King and the Undead Army, making it much easier for him to claim kills. The Abyss Dragon Demon's aura surged again, not only recovering to its previous state, but even slightly surpassing it. The duration of its spell was significantly extended, rendering Lin Moyu's previous efforts futile. Lin Moyu felt somewhat helpless. Although he reacted quickly, the Abyss Dragon Demon was not slow either. Now, he had no choice but to continue stalling. Fortunately, he was confident that he could outlast the Abyss Dragon Demon. Especially after these people died, the Undead Army was completely free to focus on the Abyss Dragon Demon. With 1.5 million undead soldiers, plus the Skeleton King, combined with his various spells and talents, Lin Moyu was confident he could stall for another minute or two. The Abyss Dragon Demon's eyes were filled with cruelty and bloodlust as it charged at Lin Moyu again. At this moment, it didn't want to waste even 0.1 seconds and aimed to eliminate Lin Moyu as quickly as possible. The undead army transformed into a sharp spearhead, forming a triangular formation and charging at the Abyss Dragon Demon. Sword energy intertwined, and millions of sword lights struck the Abyss Dragon Demon. Dragon breath spewed out, burning the starry sky and turning a large area of it silver white. The laws of immortality surged within the sword lights and dragon breath, eroding the Abyss Dragon Demon's power. The deep, dark green abyss fire protected the Abyss Dragon Demon, blocking all attacks.
Don't bother. Mere puppets that aren't even at the Divine King level can't stop me. Damn you, you've ruined my plans. Today, you must die here.
The Abyss Dragon Demon roared and charged madly. Countless skeleton god generals were sent flying, but more would immediately take their place. The Death Dragon Knights also launched charges at the Abyss Dragon Demon, but they still couldn't break through the Source Fire's defense. Lin Moyu had disrupted the Abyss Dragon Demon's plans. If it had devoured the strong ones from various races, its power would have significantly increased. Although these strong ones were suppressed to the True God realm, they were originally at the Divine King level. To the Abyss Dragon Demon, they were like powerful supplements. But now, Lin Moyu had ruined everything. The Abyss Dragon Demon hated Lin Moyu and desperately wanted to eliminate him. Not only was Lin Moyu strong, but he also had an astonishing number of puppets. He was a genius and likely had an extraordinary background. Killing him would be a significant blow to the human race. The Abyss Dragon Demon's eyes were filled with madness and killing intent. Lin Moyu kept retreating. Although the undead army could block the Abyss Dragon Demon, it could at least buy some time. The Skeleton King descended again, swinging its divine sword. The Abyss Dragon Demon's flames surged, acting like an invincible armor that blocked the Skeleton King's attack. With the support of the Primordial Rune spell, the Abyss Dragon Demon's power had clearly surpassed the Skeleton King's. The formation of the undead army was scattered, and the Abyss Dragon Demon forcefully broke through the sea of undead, creating a large gap. Countless skeleton god generals were shattered on the spot, and some were burned to ashes by the Abyss Fire. Even the Skeleton King couldn't withstand its charge and was sent flying. Lin Moyu faced the Abyss Dragon Demon directly, the two of them only a few meters apart.
Die.
The Abyss Dragon Demon opened its mouth, and a dark green dragon breath began to form. Its cruel gaze and cold voice shook Lin Moyu's soul world. In its eyes, Lin Moyu should be terrified and afraid. But Lin Moyu remained calm, even showing a hint of mockery in his eyes. Yes, mockery. Boom! An explosion sounded, and a massive impact hit the Abyss Dragon Demon, causing its flames to twist and weaken. The explosion was powerful, comparable to a Divine King level attack, or even stronger. The Abyss Dragon Demon's body trembled, and the dragon breath it was about to spew was interrupted. Then, one explosion after another followed, continuously. Lin Moyu detonated the corpses in his hand, launching a barrage of explosions at the Abyss Dragon Demon. These corpses included some from 9th stage true gods and some from divine kings who had suppressed their cultivation. Although their realms were suppressed, their corpses were still at the Divine King level. With the enhancement of the corpse explosion spell, they could unleash attacks dozens or even hundreds of times stronger than in life. Even if they were only at the first stage of the Divine King realm in life, the corpse explosion could produce effects equivalent to the second stage of the Divine King realm. In an instant, a series of explosions occurred, almost extinguishing the protective flames on the Abyss Dragon Demon. It was completely stunned, not expecting Lin Moyu to have such a method. At this moment, the Skeleton King returned and swung its sword again. Another divine strike, fully unleashed, shattered the nearly extinguished flames and left a massive wound on the Abyss Dragon Demon. Blood flowed freely, and the Abyss Dragon Demon let out a miserable scream.
Damn it!
With an angry roar, the flames surged again, and the wound began to heal rapidly. When it regained its senses, all it saw was the endless undead army, with no sign of Lin Moyu. Lin Moyu had hidden within the undead army, blending his aura with theirs, making it difficult to detect. The series of explosions had exhausted the corpses in his hand, leaving only the Black Star Beast leg as his last resort. This was his final trump card, to be used only if absolutely necessary. The explosions had achieved a good effect, buying him another 10 seconds.
Still 40 seconds left.
Lin Moyu hid within the undead army, silently calculating. In 40 seconds, this battle would be over. The Abyss Dragon Demon didn't want to let Lin Moyu go, and Lin Moyu didn't want to let it go either. Having lost track of Lin Moyu again, the Abyss Dragon Demon roared in anger.
If you want to hide, I'll kill all your puppets and see where you can hide. Source fire. Incinerate the world.
With its angry roar, the flames on its body surged wildly, turning the starry sky into a sea of fire. The so-called source fire of the abyss burned fiercely, then erupted like a volcano, spraying flames everywhere in the starry sky. The flames were then absorbed back into the sea of fire, falling like meteors and exploding. The skeleton god generals were shattered into pieces, reduced to dust. The explosions swept through the entire sea of fire, and Lin Moyu, caught in the middle, was affected. His body glowed white, transferring all the damage to the undead army. In just 2 seconds, the undead army experienced its first collective collapse, then collectively revived under the passive effect of the Undying Talent. The sea of fire continued to boil, and the revived undead army couldn't last more than a few seconds before collapsing again. Lin Moyu's figure was exposed in the sea of fire, and the Abyss Dragon Demon's soul voice echoed,
Let's see how many puppets you have for me to kill.
In the starry sky with dual confinement, it was extremely difficult for Lin Moyu to escape the sea of fire. The undead army collapsed too quickly, taking only 2 seconds to collapse once. With 6 chances, that was only 12 seconds. Even with the full revival talent, gaining another 12 seconds, it was still just 24 seconds in total. The Abyss Dragon Demon's primordial rune spell effect was still active. Lin Moyu sighed lightly.
It seems I have no choice but to use it.
1114 1114. Chapter 1114. He must be in pain now. Shu Lin Moyu originally did not intend to use the Black Star Beast leg, as such a trump card was meant for life-saving purposes. He underestimated the power of the Abyss Dragon Demon, and now it seemed he had no choice but to use it. Just as Lin Moyu was about to take out the Black Star Beast leg, a blue light suddenly shot into the sea of fire, exploding with a bang and transforming into a ball of light that instantly enveloped him.
Azure Sky Screen?
The sea of fire was separated by the azure sky screen. Within the blue light, a crack appeared in the space, and Yuqingru elegantly stepped out from the crack. Lin Moyu was surprised.
Why are you here?
Yuqingru still held her head high, maintaining her proud demeanor.
This princess comes and goes as she pleases. Why do you care?
Lin Moyu naturally knew why she came and didn't mind her words.
You're not his match. Why did you come?
Yuqingru snorted.
Although I can't beat him, taking you away is not a problem.
Under the burning of the source fire, the azure sky screen emitted a cracking sound, as if it could shatter at any moment. Yuqingru's expression changed slightly, and she drew a line with her finger in front of her, creating a crack in the space.
Get in.
Yuqingru commanded, and Lin Moyu did not hesitate, stepping directly into the crack. He thought that if he could escape now, he could come back later to deal with the Abyss Dragon Demon once the time was right. Without the support of the primordial rune, dealing with the Abyss Dragon Demon wouldn't be difficult. This way, he wouldn't have to waste the Black Star Beast leg. Lin Moyu was indeed reluctant to use the Black Star Beast leg to kill the Abyss Dragon Demon. Seeing Lin Moyu enter the space crack so decisively, Yuqingru couldn't help but smile beautifully. Lin Moyu's behavior indicated that he trusted her very much. After Lin Moyu entered, Yuqingru also stepped in. The space crack closed just as the azure sky screen reached its limit and was burned away by the flames.
The azure sky screen of the Starfish Clan. What is this kid's relationship with the Starfish Clan?
The Abyss Dragon Demon immediately recognized the origin of the azure sky screen, and the killing intent in its eyes remained strong.
Even so, you still can't escape.
It spat out a bead from its mouth, which shone brightly and instantly pointed the direction.
Go!
The bead emitted a brilliant light, and a door appeared in the starry sky. The Abyss Dragon Demon rushed into the door without hesitation. The door looked small, but as the Abyss Dragon Demon entered, its body continuously shrank, making the process very smooth. To chase Lin Moyu, it even abandoned the five-colored spirit fire, showing its determination to kill Lin Moyu. Millions of kilometers away, Lin Moyu and Yuqingru appeared in the starry sky one after the other. In this part of the starry sky there was no space confinement, and they had already escaped the Abyss Dragon Demon. Yuqingru let out a long breath.
Finally out. Under the space laws of this princess.
Before she could finish her sentence, a domain of laws suddenly swept over, enveloping the starry sky. Both she and Lin Moyu felt the space becoming viscous again, and space was once again confined. The roar of the Abyss Dragon Demon echoed in their souls.
You can't escape.
Yuqingru's expression changed.
How could this be?
A door suddenly appeared not far away. A light blue bead flew out from the door, emitting the aura of space laws. It was this bead that confined the space and also guided the Abyss Dragon Demon to chase them. The Abyss Dragon Demon flew out from behind the door, rapidly growing larger in the starry sky. Yuqingru's expression changed slightly, and her voice became sharp.
How did you get the starry sky bead?
The Abyss Dragon Demon looked at Yuqingru.
None of your business, little girl. Considering you're from the Starfish Clan, I'll spare you. Get lost, or I'll kill you too.
Clearly, the Abyss Dragon Demon had some scruples about the Starfish Clan. Otherwise, with its character, it wouldn't have spared Yuqingru. Yuqingru had no intention of leaving. Instead, she angrily asked,
How did you get the starry sky bead? Where did you get it?
The Abyss Dragon Demon coldly looked at Yuqingru. Time was running out, and a flash of killing intent appeared in its eyes as it made a decision.
Then you can die together.
It suddenly spewed out dragon breath without any warning, and Yuqingru's expression changed drastically. With her own strength, she couldn't possibly be a match for the Abyss Dragon Demon. She quickly took out a bead and activated it. Another azure sky screen appeared, protecting both her and Lin Moyu. The Abyss Dragon Demon coldly said,
It's useless.
It continuously spewed out several dragon breaths. The subsequent dragon breaths caught up with the first one, merging together and crashing into the azure sky screen like a stream of light. The azure sky screen trembled violently a few times before shattering with a bang. After shattering the azure sky screen, the dragon breath only weakened slightly and continued to rush towards Yuqingru. Yuqingru didn't expect the Abyss Dragon Demon to be so powerful, and the azure sky screen to be so fragile. She remained calm, swinging her long sword to release a powerful sword light. The sword light contained the laws of space, tearing through space and colliding with the dragon breath. The laws shattered, and Yuqingru let out a muffled groan. The laws contained her personal will, which was instantly burned away by the dragon breath. Her soul also suffered some shock. Yuqingru's expression changed drastically, and she drew a line with her hand, intending to break through the space. But the space was confined, and without the azure sky screen to separate the space, she couldn't directly tear through it. Yuqingru's face turned pale, and in a moment of life and death, she suddenly turned to Lin Moyu and said,
You go quickly.
She didn't leave because under the soul lock, escaping was useless. Not everyone could sever the soul lock like Lin Moyu. She turned her head but didn't see Lin Moyu. Her bright eyes suddenly dimmed, not expecting Lin Moyu to have already left. But it was good that he left. Fear spread in her heart, along with a faint sense of loss. Suddenly, her vision went dark, and a shadow completely enveloped her. Then she felt a familiar aura. It was Lin Moyu's aura. Lin Moyu hadn't left. Instead, he spread his undead wings and completely wrapped Yu Qingru. A warm feeling surged in her heart, and for some reason, Yu Qingru suddenly felt unafraid. Even death didn't seem so terrifying. But then she exclaimed,
"Why didn't you leave?"
Lin Moyu's voice was calm.
"Why should I leave? You'll die. Him? He can't kill me."
The dragon breath struck Lin Moyu, exploding in the starry sky. Lin Moyu's whole body glowed white, and the undead army in the spell star quickly collapsed and then quickly revived. Seeing Lin Moyu engulfed by the dragon breath, the abyss dragon demon laughed heartily.
"Die, die."
A mere second-stage true god. How could he withstand its dragon breath? Yu Qingru's eyes filled with tears. Lin Moyu had used his body to shield her from the attack. But Lin Moyu remained silent, enduring the burning of the dragon breath.
He must be in pain now.
This thought inexplicably crossed Yu Qingru's mind, and her nose couldn't help but tingle, with tears welling up in her eyes. In the burning dragon breath, Lin Moyu remained silent. After about 10 seconds, his whole body emitted a purple light, and he was reborn. The dragon breath also gradually extinguished in the purple light. Lin Moyu released Yu Qingru and turned to face the abyss dragon demon. The abyss dragon demon let out a voice of disbelief.
"How is this possible? How can you be unharmed?" "Guess."
Lin Moyu chuckled and pointed lightly. Boom! 1115, 1115. Chapter 11:15. When did you learn to lie with your eyes open? The abyss dragon demon sensed a fatal threat, but it was too late. Lin Moyu's attack not only echoed in his ears, but also resonated in his soul world. He saw his massive body shatter, and his soul world was also obliterated by an invisible and terrifying force. In an unknown world, the dark green abyss fire burned fiercely. A pair of enormous eyes suddenly opened, followed by an earth-shattering roar. Many demons in that world were awakened by the roar, trembling in fear and not daring to move. The abyss fire danced wildly with the sound, making the entire world even more eerie and sinister. A massive dragon head slowly emerged from the flames, its gaze piercing through the fire, across the starry sky, and landing in the distant void.
"Who are you?" "A second-stage true god, yet capable of unleashing a ninth-stage divine king attack. What treasure did you use? What is your identity, and how do you possess such a supreme treasure?" "I have remembered your aura. No matter who you are, you will pay for daring to kill my avatar."
The cold voice, accompanied by the flames, danced fiercely, making the atmosphere even more sinister. The voice was filled with murderous intent. Many demons shivered upon hearing the voice, and their bodies shattered silently, their souls annihilated. In just a few words, tens of thousands of demons died. But the owner of the dragon head didn't care at all. To demons, the weak had no right to live. If they couldn't withstand even a trace of his killing intent, they deserved to die. All the dead demons, their bodies, and the not yet dissipated soul fragments flew into his mouth, becoming his food. In the starry sky, Yu Qingru covered her mouth, her face full of disbelief. Lin Moyu had actually killed the abyss dragon demon, and it was an instant kill. She couldn't understand what method Lin Moyu had used to be so swift and fierce. Lin Moyu was so mysterious, constantly breaking the limits of her imagination. But none of that mattered. What mattered was that Lin Moyu had risked his life to save her. If she had taken the abyss dragon demon's attack, she would have had a slim chance of survival. Lin Moyu had used his body to block all the attacks. Her gaze towards Lin Moyu had changed, different from before. This change was natural, without any pretense. Even Yu Qingru herself didn't notice, but her proud demeanor as a princess remained unchanged. Lin Moyu was not surprised by the result of instantly killing the abyss dragon demon. He had used the black star beast leg to cast corpse explosion. The Black Star Beast was a giant beast at the 8th stage of the Divine King realm, and using its leg could unleash at least an 8th stage Divine King attack, possibly even a 9th stage Divine King attack. Under such an attack, the Abyss Dragon Demon had no chance of survival. Lin Moyu understood that he had provoked a formidable enemy. The Abyss Dragon Demon was just an avatar. Behind it was a powerful true body. In the future, he had to be extremely cautious, and if possible, he needed to acquire more trump cards. Divine King level might not be enough. If he could obtain a Divine Sovereign's corpse, it would be even better. However, obtaining a Divine Sovereign's corpse was not easy. If the opponent was a being beyond the Divine Sovereign, even a Divine Sovereign's corpse wouldn't be enough. As for obtaining a corpse of a being beyond the Divine Sovereign, Lin Moyu hadn't even considered it. Corpses above the Divine King level no longer appeared in the trading center, indicating that they had significant uses. By this logic, the corpses of Divine Sovereigns and those above must have even greater uses and be more precious. Lin Moyu shook his head slightly, putting this seemingly unsolvable problem aside. Suddenly, he saw tears on Yu Qingrou's pretty face and asked in surprise,
"Are you crying?"
Yu Qingru immediately turned her head, and when she turned back, the tears were gone. She snorted.
"How could this princess cry?"
She remained as proud as ever, and Lin Moyu didn't dwell on the issue, instead asking,
"Why did you come over?"
Yu Qingru said,
"With such a commotion, how could this princess not come? Besides, you still owe this princess a favor. Before you repay it, this princess can't let you die."
Seeing Yu Qingrou's proud demeanor, Lin Moyu found it amusing. Such a strong reason, she must have thought of it before taking action. Lin Moyu naturally wouldn't expose her.
"So now, does this mean I've repaid your favor?"
Yu Qingru snorted, her eyes wide open.
"What a joke. Just now, this princess saved you once, and then you saved this princess once. We're even. The favor you owed this princess before hasn't been repaid. Don't think you can get away with it."
Yu Qingrou's wide-eyed look was somewhat cute, and she seemed even prouder. Lin Moyu continued to tease her.
"I didn't ask you to save me. Does that count?" "Of course, it counts."
Yu Qingru raised her proud head, her long, white neck exposed.
"We only speak the truth. The truth is, this princess saved you once."
She looked like a proud swan. Yu Qingru was tall, almost as tall as Lin Moyu. Now, with her head held high, her enticing lips were almost touching Lin Moyu's face. Lin Moyu quietly took half a step back.
"All right, let's say you're right." "What do you mean, let's say? When has this princess ever been wrong?"
Yu Qingru pressed closer again. Lin Moyu took another half step back, and Yu Qingru quickly realized something was wrong. Her pretty face turned red. To cover her embarrassment, Yu Qingru muttered,
"Anyway, remember, you still owe this princess a favor. If this princess needs you in the future, you can't refuse."
After saying that, Yu Qingru waved her hand. The Abyss Dragon Demon's corpse flew over, and Yu Qingru made a hand gesture, her fingertips emitting a blue light. Lin Moyu could sense the fluctuation of space laws. A few seconds later, a similar fluctuation came from the Abyss Dragon Demon's corpse. Then a blue bead broke out of the corpse and flew to Yu Qingru. The Starry Sky Bead. Yu Qingru had repeatedly asked the Abyss Dragon Demon where it got the Starry Sky Bead. The Abyss Dragon Demon clearly didn't master space laws but could use the Starry Sky Bead to confine space. Even though the Abyss Dragon Demon was dead, the space within millions of kilometers was still tightly confined. Yu Qingru held the Starry Sky Bead, and its light gradually dimmed. The confined space also returned to normal.
"The Starry Sky Bead originally belonged to my clan, so I'll take it."
Yu Qingru waved the Starry Sky Bead and said to Lin Moyu. Lin Moyu chuckled.
"You're really not polite."
Yu Qingru snorted.
"This princess is taking back something that belongs to my clan. Why should I be polite? Besides, it's for your own good. If you had taken it, it might have brought you trouble. See, that guy is dead now."
This princess was not only thick-skinned and proud, but also learned to lie with her eyes open. The Abyss Dragon Demon's death had nothing to do with the starry sky bead. Lin Moyu looked at Yu Qingru calmly.
So, should I thank you?
Yu Qingru pretended not to understand Lin Moyu's words.
No need, no need. This princess is generous. No need to thank me. Heh!
Lin Moyu looked at Yu Qingru with amusement, not letting her off. Yu Qingru felt a bit uncomfortable under his gaze. Her pretty face slightly red.
This princess is leaving now. See you next time.
She opened a space crack and stepped in. 1116 1116. Chapter 1116. The Source of the Essence Fire, a must-visit. Shu Yu Qingru left in a bit of a hurry, looking somewhat disheveled. Lin Moyu couldn't help but laugh.
She's quite interesting.
He had never intended to fight for the starry sky bead. From the moment Yu Qingru recognized the starry sky bead, Lin Moyu knew it was very important to her. It wasn't just important to her personally, but to the entire Starfish clan. If he insisted on taking the starry sky bead, he might offend the entire Starfish clan, which would be a loss. Moreover, Yu Qingru had a point. Regardless of her reasons, she did risk her life to save him. Whether she succeeded or not wasn't important. What mattered was that she came and risked her life. Lin Moyu didn't believe she couldn't see the power of the Abyss Dragon Demon. She knew the danger and still came. That alone was enough. The starry sky bead was just an external object. External objects were not as important as loyalty. Lin Moyu reached out and collected the Abyss Dragon Demon's corpse, exchanging the Black Star Beast of the 8th stage of the Divine King Realm for the Abyss Dragon Demon of the 3rd stage of the Divine King Realm. It was a loss, but it was unavoidable. Lin Moyu didn't feel too regretful.
I wonder if this dragon demon meat is edible. I'll take it back for Senior Chu Xiong to taste.
Lin Moyu recalled that human records mentioned dragon liver and phoenix gall as supreme delicacies, and dragon meat was also a top-grade ingredient. But whether the Abyss Dragon Demon of the demon race was a top-grade ingredient was uncertain. From the Abyss Dragon Demon's corpse, Lin Moyu found 6 dragon pearls. They were somewhat similar to the dragon pearls of the dragon race. Dragon pearls were the essence of the dragon race. Although they weren't very useful to other races, they were supreme treasures for the dragon race. Lin Moyu unceremoniously collected them. One of the dragon pearls emitted a special aura. Antares had told Lin Moyu that such dragon pearls were used by the dragon race to store items. Almost every member of the dragon race had one such dragon pearl. Antares had also taught Lin Moyu how to open the storage dragon pearl, saying at the time,
If you kill a dragon, don't leave empty-handed. Take what you can.
A dragon of the dragon race teaching an outsider how to rob dragon race members felt surreal at the time. When he opened the storage dragon pearl, the number of items inside shocked Lin Moyu. The Abyss Dragon Demon had clearly been here for a long time, and its harvest was extremely rich. There were over 10,000 ordinary essence fires alone, along with countless materials and magical treasures. Most of these materials and treasures were unfamiliar to Lin Moyu, but he was sure they came from various races. Clearly, their original owners had been eaten by the Abyss Dragon Demon, becoming its nourishment. And this wasn't the first time the Abyss Dragon Demon had done such a thing. Judging by its familiarity, Lin Moyu believed it had done this before. Otherwise, there was no way to explain the vast amount of items in the storage dragon pearl. Regardless, these items now belonged to him. When he returned, he would throw them into the trading center and let the appraisers handle the valuation, saving himself the trouble. His gaze fell on the central area, and Lin Moyu smiled.
That girl should have already taken the 5-colored essence fire.
Yu Qingru had left, and Lin Moyu guessed she would likely head to the central area. Judging by her eagerness to grab the 4-colored essence fire, she wouldn't let the 5-colored essence fire slip by. With a flap of his undead wings, Lin Moyu turned into a stream of light and flew rapidly. Crossing tens of millions of kilometers, he arrived at the central area. Lin Moyu smiled knowingly. The 5-colored essence fire was long gone, undoubtedly taken by Yu Qingru. Lin Moyu could still faintly sense Yu Qingru's lingering aura. But it wasn't empty. Where the five-colored essence fire had been, a few items were left behind. These were storage items left by the strong ones from various races who had been killed. Yuqin Gru had collected them all but left them here. It was her way of telling Lin Moyu that she had taken the five-colored essence fire but left the storage items. She was still very loyal. If she wanted, she could have taken everything. Lin Moyu laughed heartily, finding her more and more interesting. He unceremoniously collected the storage items. In fact, most of the storage items of the strong ones who died here had already been taken by Lin Moyu along with their corpses. Later, he even used the corpses as weapons to blow up the Abyss Dragon Demon, leaving no remains. Only a few killed by the Abyss Dragon Demon or those too far away, killed by the Undead Army and the Skeleton King, had storage items left behind. At that time, under dual space confinement, Lin Moyu's speed was too slow, and he had no time to collect them. It was another substantial gain, though the exact amount was hard to calculate. Lin Moyu only knew that the number of ordinary stellar essence fires he had exceeded 50,000. For this mission, he only needed to collect 10. He had completed the task many times over, but now wasn't the time to count. Lin Moyu planned to cultivate six-colored essence fire. Based on the sublimation of the Summon Skeleton King spell, relying solely on five-colored essence fire wasn't very reliable. If it weren't for the addition of the stellar fire seed, the sublimation might have failed. Now that the stellar fire seed was used up, to increase the success rate, he needed at least six-colored essence fire. If possible, Lin Moyu even wanted to cultivate seven-colored or eight-colored essence fire. But to cultivate six-colored essence fire, this place wasn't suitable. He needed to go deeper to the fifth stellar essence fire group, also known as the source of the essence fire. To get from the fourth stellar essence fire group to the source of the essence fire, he had to cross a void of 4,000 kilometers. Even at full speed, it would take a long time. But there was no choice. For the sake of spell sublimation, he had to make the journey sooner or later. Lin Moyu thought for a moment and decided not to set off immediately. Looking at the stellar essence fires he already had, Lin Moyu decided to cultivate some five-colored essence fires first. In case he couldn't reach the source or couldn't cultivate six-colored essence fire, he could at least use five-colored essence fire to attempt sublimation. The number of people in the fourth stellar essence fire group was already small, and after the battle with the Abyss Dragon Demon, most were dead. Apart from the stellar essence fires, the place was now empty. This made Lin Moyu's actions much quicker and more convenient. If anyone else came looking for trouble, Lin Moyu would let them taste the power of the Skeleton King. Holding the shell, he searched for the location of the flashing fire. After searching for half a day, the shell finally reacted, indicating a place where the flashing fire would appear. Coincidentally, there were also stellar essence fires there. When the stellar essence fires were impacted by the flashing fire, they would mutate and evolve into top-grade stellar essence fires. Unfortunately, there weren't many stellar essence fires around, so they could at most evolve into four-colored essence fires, not five-colored. With his previous experience, Lin Moyu didn't hesitate to take out a large number of stellar essence fires and place them around. When the flashing fire appeared and the mutation began, it would immediately absorb enough stellar essence fires. The entire process went exactly as Lin Moyu had imagined. The surrounding stellar essence fires, plus those Lin Moyu had deliberately placed, totaled 452. Enough to form five-colored essence fire. When the number exceeded 450, Lin Moyu once again felt the fluctuations from the five-colored essence fire, indicating its instability. This confirmed Lin Moyu's theory that the flashing fire here wasn't strong enough, with a limit of five-colored essence fire. The source of the essence fire was a must-visit. 1117 Chapter 1117. Could it be that another war god will emerge from the human race? The process went very smoothly, and the result was exactly as Lin Moyu had anticipated. Lin Moyu successfully obtained a brand new five-colored essence fire and then stored it away. He then followed the same method, searching the world for traces of flashing fire, and began cultivating five-colored essence fires one by one. Zhu Qiwu still sat atop Fortress number 10, facing the center of the battlefield, with his eyes closed and silent. No one knew what he was thinking or doing. Many divine sovereigns came and went at Fortress Number 10, and they all saw Zhu Qiwu sitting in the starry sky outside the fortress. He had been sitting there for thousands of years, though the exact number of years was not recorded. He sat there motionless, reportedly cultivating. But because of his extraordinary status as the master of Fortress Number 10 and the commander of the human race on the Vermilion Bird battlefield, no one dared to voice any objections. Although no one said anything on the surface, there were still some who were dissatisfied in their hearts. One day, a giant star beast with the strength of an 8th stage divine sovereign charged out from the center of the battlefield. It rampaged through the battlefield unstoppable. Several divine sovereigns of the human race were injured, and the situation looked grim. If even the divine sovereigns couldn't stop the star beast, the consequences would be unimaginable if it reached the area where the divine kings were. Finally, Zhu Qiwu made a move. He struck from millions of miles away, and the star beast, equivalent to an 8th stage divine sovereign, was torn apart and died on the spot. After that incident, no one dared to express any dissatisfaction with Zhu Qiwu. In the great world, strength speaks louder than words. Zhu Qiwu proved his strength and held his position on the Vermilion Bird battlefield. Zhu Qiwu suddenly opened his eyes, showing a hint of surprise. Lin Moyu could actually artificially cultivate 5-colored essence fire. Even he had never heard of such a thing. When Zhu Tian had asked him to look after Lin Moyu, he had agreed, but only to ensure Lin Moyu's survival. In his long life, he had seen many geniuses. In the countless years of human history, there had been many geniuses, but few truly succeeded. Without breakthroughs, even reaching the peak of the divine sovereign realm meant little. To him, geniuses were just people with more opportunities. Deep down, he didn't think much of geniuses. His third junior brother, Zhu Tian, the domain master of the Vermilion Bird star domain, had always been more talented than him in both comprehension and aptitude. Yet he still surpassed Zhu Tian in the end. In the end, the title of genius might become a burden rather than a motivation. So, he didn't pay much attention to Lin Moyu, only sending an avatar to ensure his survival. However, what happened later made him feel somewhat unreal. Lin Moyu, at the first stage of the True God realm, could slaughter peak True Gods. His terrifying ability to fight across realms was enough to astonish him. But it was still within the realm of possibility, as history had seen similar occurrences. Often, the ability to fight across realms diminishes as one advances in levels. But upon reaching the second stage of the True God realm, Lin Moyu became even more exaggerated, not just fighting across realms but across boundaries, slaughtering peak True Gods like dogs. His combat power had already reached the Divine King realm. In the final battle with the Abyss Dragon Demon, no one knew what method he used to instantly kill the Abyss Dragon Demon. At that time, Zhu Qiwu couldn't help but want to intervene, but Lin Moyu managed to counterkill in the end. Besides his combat power, the most magical aspect was his ability to artificially cultivate 5-colored essence fire. Zhu Qiwu was so astonished that he almost revealed himself to Lin Moyu. Zhu Qiwu muttered,
"A 1,000,000 skeleton army, capable of easily slaughtering peak True Gods. A 10,000-meter skeleton with formidable combat power, soul attack methods, and the ability to artificially cultivate top-grade stellar essence fire."
After thinking for a long time, Zhu Qiwu still couldn't figure it out. Lin Moyu seemed like an anomaly in his long life. In the end, he could only summarize with one sentence.
Is this still a human? Could it be that another war god will emerge from the human race?
Zhu Qiwu became interested and decided to keep watching, even devoting more of his attention. He wanted to see what other surprises Lin Moyu could bring him. In the 4th Stellar Essence Fire group, Lin Moyu roamed freely, searching for traces of flashing fire. Flashing fire was rare but occasionally appeared. On average, he could find one every 1 or 2 days. One by one, 5-colored essence fires were cultivated by him. Sometimes, Lin Moyu wondered if Yuqingru would go crazy if she saw him cultivating 5-colored essence fire. After spending more than 20 days, Lin Moyu cultivated 10 5-colored essence fires. He consumed a portion of the 50,000 stellar essence fires he had, leaving just enough to have exactly 50,000 left. Feeling that it was enough, Lin Moyu didn't linger and left the 4th stellar essence fire group, flying deeper. In the Vermilion Bird battlefield, Zone 5, Area 38, a spherical structure with a diameter of a light-year. Converting a light-year to kilometers, it is nearly 1 trillion kilometers. By this calculation, even the 4th stellar essence fire group is just on the periphery. Only by crossing 400 billion kilometers of void can one reach the 5th stellar essence fire group. Reaching the area known as the source of the essence fire is considered truly reaching the center of Area 38. Soon, Lin Moyu discovered why it was called the source of the essence fire. After leaving the 4th stellar essence fire group and flying at full speed for 10 days, Lin Moyu saw a massive fireball. It wasn't an ordinary fireball. It had a diameter of 100 kilometers, like a star, traveling through the starry sky at an astonishing speed. The fireball brushed past Lin Moyu, bringing intense heat. Lin Moyu then realized it wasn't a fireball but a dark star ignited by essence fire. The dark star was gradually shrinking under the burning of the essence fire. Eventually, the dark star would be completely burned away, leaving only the essence fire. Watching them fly away, Lin Moyu had a vague guess in his heart.
The essence fires from the 1st to the 4th stellar essence fire groups likely originated from this.
Nothing can come from nothing. Everything has a source. Lin Moyu felt like he had discovered the origin of the stellar essence fire. He gradually understood why it was called the source of the essence fire. As he continued deeper, the number of essence fires crossing the void increased. Most essence fires didn't ignite dark stars but traveled alone, like fire rain falling from the sky or fireballs ejected from a volcano, lonely traversing the starry sky. A few essence fires ignited dark stars, traveling through the starry sky together. The shell in his hand lit up, guiding Lin Moyu. When a dark star appeared, Lin Moyu immediately flew over. In less than 500,000 kilometers, Lin Moyu encountered several passing essence fires. The closest one passed less than 1,000 kilometers from him, almost brushing past him. Lin Moyu felt strange, sensing that the number of essence fires seemed to have increased. This change was sudden and uneven. However, he didn't think much of it and followed the shell's guidance to the place where the flashing star was about to appear. After waiting for about an hour, the flashing star still hadn't appeared. Suddenly, the view ahead brightened, and numerous light spots appeared. Each light spot was a stellar essence fire, some of which were large and bright, igniting dark stars.
Is this a meteor fire rain?
There was no meteor shower. It was clearly a stellar essence fire rain. The view ahead grew brighter, with countless stellar essence fires flying towards him. Lin Moyu felt something was wrong. Suddenly, the starry sky around him fluctuated, and a tremendous force struck him. 1118 1118. Chapter 1118. Flesh flowing with silver, true God realm. Lin Moyu was uncontrollably slammed into the essence fire rain, with ignited dark stars mixed in, repeatedly colliding with his body. Lin Moyu was knocked around like a ball, struck by the essence fires over and over. Lin Moyu was temporarily unable to move and could only silently endure. If it were any other peak true god, they would have been shattered into pieces, with even their soul burned to ashes by the essence fires. But Lin Moyu's entire body emitted a faint white glow, stubbornly persevering. Raging essence fires spontaneously arose from his 5 viscera and 6 bowels, burning his internal organs. A tremendous force drilled into his body from the outside, spreading through his limbs and bones, violently colliding within. The two forces acted together, multiplying the damage to his body. Add to that the subsequent collisions from the dark stars and the burning of the essence fires. The undead army took over silently, enduring the damage on Lin Moyu's behalf, collapsing and reviving, dying and living, until Lin Moyu finally regained control of his body, emitting a tinge of purple light as he broke free from the essence fire rain. His talent had been activated, leaving Lin Moyu shaken with lingering fear.
The flashing star and flashing fire have actually combined.
The flashing star he had deliberately sought out to temper his body had been ignited by the essence fire, simultaneously possessing the characteristics of both flashing star and flashing fire. A single collision resulted in simultaneous internal and external body tempering. The danger was multiplied, coinciding with the essence fire rain, suffering the burning of the essence fires and collisions from the dark stars. It was truly a case of a leaking roof coinciding with a night of heavy rain, with misfortunes compounding. Fortunately, he persevered, with the undead army directly collapsing 5 times, activating his talent. The undead army then collapsed another 2 consecutive times. That single strike was even more terrifying than the deep abyss dragon demon's attack, capable of instantly killing a peak true god. Even a divine sovereign here would be flayed if not killed. However, the benefits were also evident. After this collision, the strength of his physical body was also multiplied. Lin Moyu felt his skin become tougher and more resilient, with a faint silver glow flowing across it. It wasn't an illusion. Only by looking very carefully could one notice it. It wasn't just his skin. His flesh, bones, 5 viscera and 6 bowels all had a silver glow flowing through them.
Flesh flowing with silver, the true god realm.
His physical body had finally broken through the super god realm, reaching the true god realm. Flesh flowing with silver is the symbol of the true god realm. The day his flesh flows with gold will be the divine king realm. But that was still a long way off. Advancing the physical body was even more difficult than advancing one's cultivation realm. From every corner of his true god realm body, immense power surged forth. At this moment, even without using any spells, he could compete with an ordinary true god. Moreover, with his physical body strengthened, his defenses were further enhanced, increasing his safety.
It is said that in the past, there was a mystical race that did not cultivate spells but only cultivated their physical bodies, directly reaching the saint realm and crushing divine sovereigns. Unfortunately, this race has been lost to the ages.
Even in the current great world, there were still some races with powerful physical bodies. For example, the dragon race's physical bodies were extremely powerful. A divine sovereign of the dragon race could basically reach the divine king realm with their physical body, only 1 realm lower than their cultivation. However, even the dragon race did not focus solely on cultivating their physical bodies but still prioritized their souls. Their powerful physical bodies were just their innate assets and not something they deliberately cultivated. Among all the races Lin Moyu had seen, including the many human races, only he and Yuchingru were cultivating their physical bodies. The path of solely cultivating the physical body seemed to have truly declined. Lin Moyu retracted his thoughts and continued flying towards the source of the essence fires. After he left, Zhu Qiwu's avatar appeared in the dark starry sky.
The true god realm physical body, yet he dares to cultivate both soul and body simultaneously. He's quite daring. This kid's not only powerful in attack, but also extremely durable in defense. My 3rd senior brother's eye for talent is still not bad.
Zhu Qiwu's gaze was scorching as he once again disappeared silently into the darkness, following behind. Lin Moyu continued searching for flashing stars and flashing fires, encountering several more in the following dozen or so days. This time, he didn't encounter the essence fire rain or the fusion of flashing star and flashing fire. Under the impact of the flashing stars, his skin, flesh, and bones were further enhanced. However, Lin Moyu also noticed that after his physical body reached the true god realm, the effects of the flashing stars seemed to weaken. The rate of improvement for his physical body began to slow down. This change was within Lin Moyu's expectations. As the base increased, the rate of increase naturally decreased. But in the current absence of methods to cultivate the physical body, using flashing stars and flashing fires to temper his physical body was still the best approach. Lin Moyu continued tirelessly searching for flashing stars while maintaining a considerable speed, advancing towards the source of the essence fires. As he got closer to the source of the essence fires, the number of essence fires passing through the void gradually increased. He even witnessed several scenes of essence fire rain. Large swaths of essence fires carried a majestic aura as they passed through the void. Most of the essence fires would exhaust their lifespan along the way, extinguishing before reaching the essence fire group. Only a few essence fires could truly reach the essence fire group. Lin Moyu guessed that there might be a volcano at the center of the source of the essence fires, continuously erupting stellar essence fires. It took him 200 days to finally arrive, crossing the vast distance of 4,000 billion kilometers, with Lin Moyu occasionally stopping along the way to search for flashing stars. The scenery changed, suddenly transitioning from the pitch-black darkness of the starry sky into a dazzlingly bright world. Scorching hot winds rushed to meet him. There was wind in the starry sky. Lin Moyu felt it slightly and immediately understood. What wind? This was essentially the heat flow brought about by the stellar essence fires. It could be understood as fragments of stellar essence fires, shattered to the point of being invisible to the naked eye, hundreds of times smaller than dust particles, forming tiny flames. Countless flame particles fused together, bringing warmth and high temperatures. Lin Moyu saw the source of the essence fires, appearing from a distance like a violently burning fireball. He was still a full 100 billion kilometers away, yet the temperature here had already exceeded 10 million degrees. If a true god approached, they would quickly reach the limit of what a true god realm could endure. Without the ability to fight across realms, it would be impossible to get closer. But strangely, the flame particles disappeared abruptly after flying 100 billion kilometers. Lin Moyu retreated 100 meters, and the temperature dropped sharply, plummeting from tens of millions of degrees to below freezing. This 100-meter range was like a dividing line, separating the icy void from the scorching sea of fire. In fact, this was also the case in the first to fourth stellar essence fire groups, but their ranges were smaller. Unlike the source of the essence fires, with such a vast range and drastic changes.
The vastness of the world holds no surprises.
Lin Moyu sighed, returning to the sphere of influence of the source of the essence fires. Here, there were no dark stars, only stellar essence fires drifting about. As soon as he entered, the shell quickly lit up, and an arrow appeared. Lin Moyu's lips curved into a smile. Having just arrived and already discovering a flashing fire, seemed his luck was good. After enduring the tempering of the flashing stars in the void, the strength of his skin, flesh, and bones had surpassed that of his 5 viscera and 6 bowels. Losing balance was not a good thing, so Lin Moyu needed the flashing fire to enhance the strength of his 5 viscera and 6 bowels. Arriving at the location where the flashing fire was about to appear, Lin Moyu didn't have to wait long before a flash of light passed by. Lin Moyu instantly transformed into a man of fire, burning fiercely, appearing from a distance like a tiny essence fire. 1119, 1119. Chapter 1119, The Role of the Physical Body, Blue Star. In the essence fire, Lin Moyu's expression did not change at all. He didn't even frown, as if he didn't feel any pain. Instead, there was a hint of excitement in his eyes. The essence fire at the source of the essence fire is much more powerful than the essence fire in other areas. Even a 9th stage true god would face a life or death situation if struck by the flashing fire here. Using flashing stars and flashing fire to temper the physical body is not a secret. Anyone who has spent some time on the battlefield knows about it. However, knowing is one thing, and actually using flashing stars and flashing fire to temper the physical body is another. Firstly, flashing stars and flashing fire are hard to find. Secondly, their power is immense, and a slight mistake can lead to death. Even if one survives, they will inevitably be injured. The battlefield is not a safe zone. On the contrary, it is very dangerous. Once injured, it is highly likely to attract strong enemies, leading to death. So, knowing is one thing, but being able to do it is another. Lin Moyu initially couldn't find flashing stars and flashing fire, but thanks to the shell given by Yuqing, he was able to truly use them to temper his physical body. Lin Moyu enjoyed the power brought by the flashing fire. The pleasure of his physical body strengthening was very alluring, and the feeling of surging power was mesmerizing. His heart beat rhythmically, producing a clear, thumping sound. Lin Moyu could clearly feel that his internal organs had become much stronger again. Especially his heart, which had fused with the heart of flame, was the strongest among his internal organs. Each beat of his heart pumped blood containing a peculiar power, slowly and steadily strengthening his physical body. Even without the flashing stars and flashing fire, over a long enough period, Lin Moyu's physical body would still become increasingly strong. While searching for flashing fire, he continued to advance towards the source of the essence fire. The temperature kept rising, and when he was still 500 million kilometers away, the temperature finally broke through 100 million degrees. This had already exceeded the limit that the true god realm could endure, whether it was a ninth stage true god or a peak true god. Even those with the ability to fight across realms could not survive here. The temperature exceeding 100 million degrees roasted the physical body. A true god couldn't last a minute here before their body would be roasted and melted. Once the physical body was lost, the fragile soul would be completely exposed and would also be burned to death in an instant. Lin Moyu felt the terrifying high temperature and quickly thought,
For a true god to survive here, they must rely on external objects. For example, some fire-resistant magical treasures or tools, but even so, they still can't last long. The fundamental solution is to strengthen the physical body. As long as the physical body reaches the true god realm, even a first-stage true god can withstand the high temperature here.
Lin Moyu had the authority to speak on this matter, as he relied on his true god realm physical body to be unafraid of the high temperature. This was one of the benefits of having a strong physical body. However, most cultivators' physical bodies lag behind their cultivation by 2 major realms. Not to mention true gods, even most divine kings only have physical bodies at the super god realm. Therefore, very few people can come here.
I wonder if that girl will come here.
Lin Moyu suddenly thought of Yu Qingru. She also had a true god realm physical body and mastered the laws of space, making her much faster than him. If Yu Qingru wanted to come here, she would have arrived long ago. In just 1 billion kilometers, it took Lin Moyu 10 days to traverse. The main reason was that he was searching for flashing fire along the way, using it to strengthen his internal organs and maintain the balance of his physical body's internal and external strength. To Lin Moyu's delight, there was no shortage of flashing fire here, making it easy to find. When he stood less than 100 million kilometers away from the source of the essence fire, he finally saw its true appearance. It wasn't a volcano as he had imagined, but a massive star burning with blue flames. In front of the star, there were countless stellar essence fires. The stellar essence fires blocked its blue light, so Lin Moyu didn't notice it from a distance. The temperature of the blue flames was much higher than that of ordinary stellar essence fires, even higher than that of 5-colored essence fires. The eerie blue flames twisted slowly in the starry sky. The star was not stationary. It was slowly rotating. Each rotation blew out a large number of flame particles, and waves of temperatures exceeding 100 million degrees swept outward. Accompanied by the flame particles like wind, many stellar essence fires left their original positions and flew outward. Moreover, the stellar essence fires started very quickly, flying at speeds exceeding 50,000 kilometers per second, faster than Lin Moyu's flying speed. After watching for a while, Lin Moyu finally understood how stellar essence fires were produced. Stellar essence fires were produced by this blue star. Lin Moyu saw with his own eyes flames flying out from the blue star. Then the temperature dropped significantly, and the flames changed from blue to red, eventually forming stellar essence fires. The source of the stellar essence fires was clear, but what about the source of the flashing fire? Lin Moyu's gaze fell on a strange scene. He saw that the back of the blue star was not bright. Light should radiate in all directions, and here, apart from the blue star, there were countless ordinary stellar essence fires with abundant light. But why was the back of the blue star dim and dark? Curious, Lin Moyu decided to investigate. He was only 100 million kilometers away from the source of the essence fire, so even circling around wouldn't be too far. As he flew, an arrow of light suddenly shot past him, disappearing into the distance in an instant.
It's senior brother Su.
Lin Moyu immediately recognized the arrow light as coming from Su Jianxing, who was engaged in battle. Without hesitation, Lin Moyu rushed over. The fluctuations of the laws grew stronger, guiding Lin Moyu in the right direction. Soon, Lin Moyu saw the battlefield. Su Jianxing was fighting a giant python. The python was covered in golden scales, shining brightly. Its scales were very peculiar, looking very smooth like ancient human coins. Golden Python. The Golden Python clan was a powerful race in the Great World, but not a top-tier race. They didn't even rank in the top 50. The reason was that the Golden Python clan had a small population, a common issue for many races. However, individual golden pythons were very powerful, ranking among the top in their realm. Su Jianxing was fighting fiercely with the golden python, neither giving an inch. Su Jianxing was very strong, at the peak of the true god realm, with the ability to fight across realms. Even an ordinary first-stage divine king might not be his match. Su Jianxing's law domain clashed violently with the golden python's law domain.
Starburst.
Su Jianxing drew his bow and shot an arrow, accompanied by a low shout that echoed in the soul. His law domain instantly expanded tenfold, occupying 100,000 kilometers of the starry sky, enveloping the golden python and its law domain. Countless bows and arrows appeared in the law domain, automatically drawn as Su Jianxing moved. The golden python roared, coiling itself into a ball, and its law domain contracted, resembling a snake egg, protecting itself tightly.
Damn!
Lin Moyu's heart sank. Su Jianxing hadn't noticed this detail, and the arrow was already released. 1,120.